I'm Keith Warren. I'm a hunter, a fisherman,
I'm throwing a big old bait because I'm looking for big old fish.
a conservationist,
Oh, come on.
a family man, and I'm proud to be a deer farmer. I'm taking a road trip, and we're going behind the scenes of today's most innovative deer farmers and wildlife management operations in North America. This is Deer and Wildlife Stories.
Hi, my name's Caitlin Stahl, and welcome to Polonia, Wisconsin.
It's breakfast time in central Wisconsin, and we're up here going to stop at the Polonia Cafe and get a bite to eat. On today's program, we're going to go to Wilderness Whitetails, and we're going to visit the Fleece family. This is Shorty Fleece, and it's breakfast time at the deer farm too, so we got to hurry up and get this show started.
We are kind of in the middle of nowhere. We're a little town of Rochelle. We're about 15 miles east of Stevens Point. Green Bay is probably the city you guys will recognize the most. Green Bay is about 90 to 100 miles east of where we're located. So we're 100 miles west of Green Bay, almost dead center Wisconsin.
Is Green Bay that town where they try to play football there?
Yeah, they probably play football a little better than everybody else in the town of Green Bay.
We're going to get a ketchup sponsor someday. So if you're out there and you make ketchup, give me a call. These guys are well known in the deer industry. If you're going to go to a booth, a deer sale, or maybe you're at SCI, you're going to wind up seeing both Shorty and Greg in there, but Greg's going to probably be the guy you're going to talk to, huh?
More than likely, yeah. He does all the selling. He knows the genetics, knows the pedigrees a lot more than I do.
I was up here 2 years ago, and every deer farm has got a marquee buck. And y'all have a lot of marquee bucks. Bucky, perhaps, is the best known marquee buck you have. But for me, a buck that really tripped my trigger was Prime Time when I was here 2 years ago. How's he doing?
He's probably a little bigger version of what he was 2 years ago. You know, big, wide framey, real massive. He's doing well.
But another deer that last year took the industry by storm, I mean a great big deer, is Cardiac Kid. How wide was he, and what does he look like this year?
Last year as a 3-year-old, he was 35 and 2/8 on the inside, mainframe 7x7, matching double drops. This year he's probably a little bit bigger, just as wide. Only has one drop, but he's just a huge framey 35-inch wide deer.
And when we show you video of Cardiac Kid, it's unbelievable. He is a supersized version of his great granddaddy, which was Bucky. And so we're going to show you about that on today's show, and you're going to also meet Carol Fleece, who's just an awesome, awesome person. And we're going to finally get the answer to a question I've been looking for a long time. Why do they call you Shorty?
Two older brothers. Two older brothers. They like to pick on me.
Now it's time to videotape the deer having breakfast. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Miss Carol Fleece right here. And you're not going to see her with shoes on very often.
No, but it's a chilly morning in Wisconsin today.
And it's August, and I'm loving this weather. I mean, it was breakfast time for us, and now it's breakfast time for the babies. Okay, so how many babies do you have?
I have 105 babies on a bottle this year. A lot of our special crosses gave me girls, 2 girls. And I like all my deer herd to be calm, so. But I started doing this in 1977, and I still love my job, so that goes to tell you something.
105 breakfasts to make this morning. So we're going to tag along and see how she does it. You're not going to believe this woman.
There's not too many people that can be doing it for 30-some years and say they still love their job, so.
Now that right there is not regular, just like red cap milk or anything, is it?
No, this is especially made for deer, and they do real well on it. I have very little problems as far as them getting sick or anything. It's the next best thing I think to mama's milk. We're going to feed babies now. I have to stuff a couple in my pockets though.
Well, I don't want to get in the way, like I said, so.
Are you gonna help me?
What, is water wet?
Okay, you
Is
grab
it
2
nice?
bottles.
I never get tired of this. Do you ever get tired of it?
Nope. I get up early in the morning and I don't get tired of it.
If you like the way our show looks on your television set, you're going to absolutely love it when you see it in full HD online. And you can watch it on my website 24/7 free of charge at keithwarren.net. Take a look and you'll see what I'm talking about.
This program is dedicated to the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, past, present, and future.
Boy, you have lots of trips back and forth in here, don't you?
Oh, I sure do. But it takes me about 2.5 hours in the morning.
2.5 hours?
2.5 hours in the morning. How are my little guys this morning? Huh? How are you, little buddies?
They're good.
Hey, are you waiting for your bottles?
Hey,
huh?
come
Are you guys
on,
waiting for
girls.
bottles?
Morning.
Come on, little buds. Come on.
Watch as she feeds them.
Come on. Come on,
Don't
little
go like
buddies.
me. Come on.
Come on, little buddies.
down.
Here. Come on.
Come on.
Come on. Come on, little guy. Come on, sweetheart. Oh, come on. I feed all 6 by myself.
I believe it. And it's amazing how fast they can suck a bottle down now.
Oh, yeah, and that's all they get is 1 because I like to have mine eat a lot of grain. I go full of clover leaves and chicory. Oh, chicory, they love chicory.
Really?
Oh my gosh, yes. And it's supposed to be a good wormer too.
Well, the pens have got a lot of good ground cover in it, so you pull them at about, what, a day old?
No, I pull them when they're past 2 days old. Anywhere between 2 and 3 days is when I like to pull them because then they've already gotten a good colostrum from the mom, and the mom is already, her milk is switching over where, you know, it's not the colostrum anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I have very little problems then. And they're off to a good start. Okay, Keith, that's enough of this chit-chatting. Let's go do some more bottles. I got 2.5 hours of this to do this morning.
I'm telling you, this girl can flat feed the deer.
We'll be right back in there.
Look at the apples. And you make your deer eat fruit, huh?
Oh, I go pick apples all the time. If you look around this place, there's 200 plus apple trees here. And then I go pick by other people because that's their candy. Let's go pick some apples, Michael and Katie.
All right.
They're my grandchildren. I'm picking apples by a good friend of mine. It's really nice of a neighbor lady to let me come and pick the apples. That's how we do it in Wisconsin.
We pick apples for the deer, cut them up for treats for them, something besides their normal feed.
Oh, that's like candy to my deer. We gotta give them treats. They're good to me, so I gotta be good to them.
I was talking to her earlier today, and she almost started to cry when she was telling me how it made her feel when the grandkids come over. The grandkids come over, she says, Mike is fixing to be, I think it is his birthday.
Yeah,
He's 17 years old. Says he could be out with his buddies playing, he could be doing all this other stuff. What does he want to do? He wants to be with his grandmother,
Right.
picking up apples, feeding deer,
Yeah.
and being on the farm. I'm thinking, how cool is that?
Yeah, exactly. There's, you know what, there's a lot of things for kids to do nowadays, and some of them aren't exactly the best. And we're fortunate. I mean, our kids grew up with nature, and they understand a little bit about what it is to work. And my daughter, she'll help out. I mean, you don't even have to ask her. She's out picking apples and doing stuff for the deer, anything she can. That's just a neat thing. And my mom absolutely loves it. She sees her grandkids all summer long. Every day they're out here with me doing this, so there's nothing better for her. And to be honest with you, I don't think Grandma would want it any other way.
There's nothing more awesome than getting to do something with your grandchildren, one-on-one.
Hi, I'm Katie Fleece. I've been working on the farm basically my whole childhood, and now it's really the greatest job ever. You get to do stuff you love, and you get to hang out with family, and you get to meet new people, meet new animals, and it's really a great job. I wouldn't ask for a better one.
There's no apples over here on the ground at all.
Keith,
Yes, ma'am.
what's the problem? You come when we're all done?
No, there's no apples on the ground.
Wow, you should have came when we started. It was just redwood apples.
Well,
Here,
Really?
fine
time to come. I thought I was going to put you to work in Wisconsin.
I'm enjoying this nice weather.
Oh my gosh. I put my grandchildren to work.
I know, it's Mike's birthday. I know that. 17 years old, that's good. Well, let him pick up apples then.
He should have the day off on his birthday. You should have took his place, see? That's a fine time to show up when we're all done, Michael.
Okay, well, here's one right here. See, I pitched in.
Oh,
Actually,
well,
there's two of them.
thank you,
All
thank
right. Good thing I'm around, huh?
you. You better believe it.
Uh-huh. Besides apples, you like to feed your deer a special treat, and it's sunflowers. Tell them about that.
I just cut the tops off for them, and it's just like me eating candy all day. There's something in the sunflowers, and it's actually very nutritional for them too, but there's something in there that they just come running for them. They just love it. And it's a good source of fiber. When the grasses are older in their pens, it's a very good source of fiber too. I do all the little extras for my deer. It pays in the long run.
But these aren't native sunflowers, are they? I mean, these sunflowers just aren't out in the wild.
No, we plant them. I push a little hand planter and plant them down rows, and we farm them just like as if we were doing a corn crop or a bean crop. We take and cultivate them and fertilize a little bit and spray for weeds in there. And I go, when they get up, it takes them 2 months to get up and get the head, and that's the part that I cut off is the head for the deer.
So why do you spoil your deer so much?
They're good to me, I have to be good to them.
Deer and Wildlife Stories is brought to you in part by Deer Guardian Misting Systems, DNA Solutions, and the North American Deer Registry, Four Canyons Ranch, the Hunter Heritage Foundation, Record Rack Deer Feeds, and by Southwest Fabricators, where quality goes in before the name goes on. All right, so who are we looking at in this pen?
This pen right here, it's all yearling bucks except for one 3-year-old, or he's actually a 4-year-old this year. We put him in here as a 3-year-old after he got done breeding. So it's a 4-year-old and all yearling bucks.
Whoa.
We've got, yeah, there's a couple real big, really big, solid yearlings in there.
Okay, see, all this goes back to the does. I mean, the breeding on the doe side.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you don't have a good doe, odds are you're not going to have a good buck.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to have both sides. You can't just have a good buck.
Yep.
Because a good buck and with a bad doe, it doesn't work.
Through Nadar, I started DNAing my deer and keeping track of them a couple, 3 years ago. And I'll tell you right now, I'm just getting to the point now that I can start telling you what my does are doing.
Absolutely.
That's the problem. It takes a long time. Y'all been doing it 35 years, so you've got a long track record knowing what your does are doing.
Absolutely, and that's absolutely critical. We got onto that 25 years ago, and we've kept great records. Greg does that, and his records are unbelievable. So he knows every offspring out of every doe, I mean, to a T.
And your mom is in the pens every single day when the babies are being born, and so she literally sees most of them being born, so she knows who they're out of. So, but you're going to back up everything with the DNA anyway.
Everything's always DNA'd. Yep.
So, folks, if you want to grow big deer, you need to look at the mama as well as the daddy, and make sure you deal with a DNA certified deer, one that's through NADAR, the North American Deer Registry, because I promise you, that's the only, like I say, that's like the holy grail. That's the only thing we can go by.
Right.
Wow, what a pen of yearlings. All right, so let's go look at the big boys.
Let's do it.
Okay, so who do we have here?
This is a pen of 2-year-old bucks, all 2-year-olds. And then there's actually one big 3-year-old in here that was a past breeder of ours too.
Holy smokes. What is that on that one's head? I mean, it looks like an antler, but only bigger. How many points do you think that guy's got?
It's hard to tell. He could have 70, he could have 80. He's got a lot, but you just can't count them all.
Alrighty, let's see what we have here. Oh my gosh.
It's a buck we call Cardiac Kid. He's a 4-year-old, kind of our signature buck now, I'd say.
You think? Oh my gosh, look at him. How wide is he?
Last year as a 3-year-old, he was 35 2/8 on the inside. He's every bit as wide this year.
Oh my goodness gracious, and look how heavy he is.
250 pounds easy.
He's over 300 pounds. He's a big deer.
I mean, he's huge, and the antlers on a 300-pound body are huge. That just tells you how big that deer really is. That deer right there is the look that people want.
All right.
What's amazing is Bucky was y'all's marquee buck. A 14-year-old buck. I mean, he lived a great life. And one of the biggest bucks in the industry for a long, long time, and he's famous. That looks just like Bucky.
So it's a Bucky grandson. His father's a Bucky grandson. His mother's a Bucky granddaughter. So he crossed him, basically recreated Bucky, except he's a lot bigger at a lot younger age.
It is incredible. They look almost exactly the same frame. He's just a lot bigger. That is an incredible animal. That is just amazing. So if somebody wants to either buy live deer from you or buy some semen out of Cardiac Kid or Primetime or anybody else, what do they need to do?
Just log on to our website, wildernesswhitetails.com. There's pictures, all our information, phone numbers. Just log on to there, send us an email, and we'll get back to you and just get a hold of us and we'll take care of you.
And get a hold of me on Facebook. Let me know what you think about that guy right there. That is unbelievable. Now I know why you call him Cardiac Kid.
There's some folks that are saying our country is going to hell in a handbasket, and maybe I shouldn't have said that, but we need to address it. I don't think it is. I think that things are pretty doggone good because of you and me and the millions of people that love nature just like us. When you start thinking about it, it's folks like us that are going to make sure that we take care of our natural resources. We're going to get our children outside. They're going to start appreciating what we do. And so the way I see it, our country is not going to hell in a handbasket because of us. So stand up and be proud that you're a sportsman, and make sure and pass it on by taking a child outside and introducing them to nature. For more information on the American Deer and Wildlife Alliance, please join us online at deerwildlifealliance.org.
Stay tuned.
You're watching Deer and Wildlife Stories with Keith Warren.
Deer and Wildlife Stories is brought to you in part by Game Management Software, the North American Deer Farmers Association, New Dart, Shock Effect Probiotics, and Keith Warren's Texas Hidden Springs Ranch, the best value for Texas trophy deer hunting.
I'm 41 years old, Shorty's 36, you know, and my mom having us with her every day, every single day of the year almost, she couldn't ask for anything more. She's got her grandkids around, just being able to work with her, and you know, we've got a brother that lives in Ohio, and he gets to see our mom maybe 2 or 3 times a year only. We're lucky, we get to spend every day with her. There's nothing more important than family, and if you can spend your whole life with your mother, your wife, your kids, doing what you love to do. My kids are out here all summer long. I mean, what more can you ask for?
Yeah, and hopefully in a few years his kids be part of the business, and I've got a 5-year-old boy. Maybe in 10, 15 years he'll be part of the business, and it just continues on. And hopefully our kids, they'll take it over from us one day.
And my little guy, I've got a little guy that's he's not quite 2 yet, but he tries to get in there a little bit too, and it's, he's already talking about baby deer and the fawns and big bucks, and you can tell he's going to be hooked on it in a couple years. But my kids have been doing it since they could walk. They've been out bottle feeding with grandma.
Who's the boss of the deer farm?
Oh, I really don't know. I just work there.
No, you don't. You're the boss and you know it. You're the littlest boss, but you're the boss.
No, just ask the workers. They'll tell you.
I'm going to ask the workers.
You ask the workers. They're not allowed to call me the boss.
Hi, my name is Mike Kowaleski. I've worked for the Fleece Farms here for almost 5 years now. Miss Carol says that she isn't the boss, but she really is. She runs lots of stuff around here. Miss Carol, she's one of the hardest working people around here. She's on the clock 24/7. She takes care of all her babies and her does, and she just does everything. She just controls and takes care of a lot of things out here on this farm. It's amazing what the lady does. She loves her grandkids, and they come out here and help her, and her 2 boys, and she just loves the family operation. She just thinks it's the greatest. I do believe she is a great woman. She's kind of like a mother to me. She does a lot of stuff for all of us out here. Makes our job easier. Don't let her fool you, but she's the boss.
Well, who's the boss over there?
She's not going to admit she is, so I'm not going to say her. But I don't know. We all have our own roles. Yeah. That's probably the best way of putting it.
Yeah, but I'm going to say she's the boss.
Yeah. You didn't hear it from me, though.
Yeah.
I think it was 1977 that we got started. We started with just one bottle-fed doe and kind of evolved, and I mean, we've been at it now. I guess we were kids when it started. He was, what, two years old, and I was 7, and kind of evolved into something we grew up our whole life doing and made it a lifetime of work, and it's pretty much in our blood right now. One thing that's unique about our farm, we're double fenced, keeps a lot of the wild animals away, the predators away. We've been at it for 35 years, and
you know, there's someone here every day. Our mom, she lives on the farm, and we're out here just about every day. Our employees are out here, and I mean, the deer are cared for on a daily basis. You know, fresh feed, fresh water every single day, and I think that's really important. What I like most about deer farming is just, you know, being outside, being in nature, being with my family. It's, I guess, I don't know, there isn't a better spot I could be. I mean, with my brother, with my mom every day. You know, our kids are out here, and you're working outside. I mean, I don't look at it as a job. I'm outside in nature where I want to be anyway, and yeah, there's just nothing better.
When you gonna move to the city?
I'll never move to the city.
That's my girl.
I was born and raised a country girl, and I'm gonna remain a country girl.
That's my girl.
Yes, I can say farm girl, but I'll say country girl.
Visiting the Fleece Deer Farm is something that, well, it's something that I just absolutely love doing, and I think you would too. So if you're in the Wisconsin area, I encourage you to contact Greg Fleece, and they'll be happy to show you around the farm. And if you're interested in purchasing some of the world's greatest whitetail deer, you can contact Wilderness Whitetails at 715-677-3177, or you can look them up on the website at wildernesswhitetails.com.
Log on to keithwarren.net for 24/7 access to more information, more video, and full episodes. Reproductive services for deer and wildlife stories provided by Dr. Ray Favero's Whitetail Genetics.